Hi everybody, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I just wanted to do a real quick plant haul, and I got a couple other things. I'll start with the other things. Over here I got a couple new throw pillows. I thought those were just gorgeous. I'm starting to like succulents a little more, so I think that's an echeveria. Succulent people don't get mad at me. I'm not sure. I'll get it right someday. And they were only $3. And then I got one with a palm print because I couldn't find a Monstera print. But I did a few days back find a Monstera comforter set at Big Lots for $60. It was great. It's a great big set. So if you guys look at Big Lots, you might find a Monstera set. And this is a golden pothos. And the reason I bought it, not that I have enough of them, is because of the little moss pole. He was already connected to the moss pole, and I felt bad for him. He was on the clearance rack for $3, so he came home with me. And I cleaned him up and repotted him and everything. He looks fine. And then over here, I have a marble queen pothos, and the reason I just decided to go ahead and get her, because I normally don't see them in small pots. And she has pretty monstrous leaves, so I thought I'd give her a little go. We'll see how it goes. And then down here I got some, excuse me, the little Draxina, let's see what they're called. Not totally sure. Draxina, Godsepanono, something like that. But anyhow, I've heard Draxina Gold Dust. I've heard that, so I go with that. I have one. I just went ahead and bought two more small ones. This one's doing really good. To put them all in one pot to make that one look healthier. It's been, I don't know, it's struggled all its life, but it's growing, but not real great. And then I finally broke down and got me an African violet. As you can see, she's doing really well. I haven't had one of these in about 20 years or 30 years maybe. I do know to water it from the bottom of the pot. Other than that, not too sure. Any tips would be great. And this is, I think it's a non-variegated elephant's bush. And it's called Pacific Bluto. I think it's so cute. But I thought it was a non-variegated elephant's bush because I'm looking for one of those since I have a variegated one. And then I went and bought this big beauty for $13 at Walmart. And the only reason I did is because I had the little tiny one. Right here she is. I had the little tiny one, and she just looks so small, so I've added to it. And, oh, here's the greatest deal of this season. Let's see. I'll throw it. I got these great little black pots. I know lots of people don't like black, but they are made in the USA. These little black pots for 10 cents a piece, folks. At Walmart, they're clearancing everything, and this was like the last stuff on the shelf. I bought 32 of them. And the only reason I don't normally like these kinds of pots because they have the little tray on the bottom. Because if you don't forget to take this tray off after you water, the water will settle down in here and it can create a mold at the bottom of your roots. So I like to take the tray off when I water. Let the plant sit for about 10 minutes. And then come back to your plant. Tip it a little bit because water will still be laying in there. I've noticed that, so I'll have to show you guys that one day. Just water it all the way through, wait about 10 minutes, come back. Pick up your plant and tip it sideways just to make sure you got all that water out before you set it back on that little plate. But I just wanted to give you a good shout out, guys, and I did get one more plant, and It's just because I'm a hoarder. That's all I can say. I have a problem. So I went ahead and got another one of the Spendaxis Pictus. I think that's what it is. And she was $13 at Walmart. And I just told my husband I couldn't see anyone else having it. I had to take it home with me. So, but she is trailing pretty good. So I went ahead and brought her home. It's the smaller version of the leaves. Not the great big one that I have that has monstrous leaves. It's the smaller version. I think they're calling it, let me see what they're calling it, a silver pothos. But I just wanted to show you guys all the goodies I got. And I did transplant a baby the other day. This is my neon pothos. I finally put her on a pole. She is massive. And I got her at, of all places, Kroger's one day. There's actually 2 plants in here because I had one in my office that wasn't doing so great. So I stuck him in with this one. Or I thought he wasn't doing very good. But I got it at Kroger's for $10.99, I believe. And she was already trailing, not this much, but she's monstrous now. Oh, I got one more plant I want to show you. Kind of dark in here. This is a north-facing window. Oh, that didn't help. This is the oldest plant I have. I've had her for 8 years at least, and she was this huge when I got her. Oh wow, you can't see. She was this huge when I got her, and it has broke off multi times. And yes, my friend, she's in an ugly blue bucket. And I'm sorry I keep calling it a bucket. But I will be putting her, transplanting her again. And I might do a video one day of how they get real spindly. Where you can just take them and wrap them back into the pot. And where these little nodes are, it'll eventually grow roots and help strengthen the plant itself. And these leaves would get really big. Because see how small they're getting? That's why I'm going to transplant her. She looks awful. My husband says, oh no, she looks good. No, she looks awful. Because her leaves should be monstrous as old as she is. But it's also a golden pothos. But just wanted to give you guys a little shout out of all my goodies I got. And I thought the pillow thing was a great deal for a simple fact their pillows are really expensive. So I took advantage of that. And the little pots for 10 cents. Hey, who could beat that with a stick if you didn't like the color painting, you know? But wish me luck on the on that violet, that African violet, guys. Any tips I sure appreciate. So like, subscribe, hit the bell. Talk to you later. Bye.